And we start with the presentation of Professor Stoyan and Professor Roumen Nikolov, who would be considered the father of a chair we are proud to have in Bulgaria, UNESCO chair, and share with us its role of a relatively young creation which already enjoys international recognition. Roumen, please.
Thank you, Jenny. I uploaded my presentation and tried to follow the rules. As Professor Denchev mentioned, I'll try to define the new stage we are in our UNESCO chair. Young but dynamic, as the people already said before. So, just for the history, you know, the 2 years old chair, and I'm not going to read the goals. That's the previous quality of education workshop, and I think. As I promised, we keep promises. That's important. We'll continue this chain of Edu Summit and quality of education workshops in Bulgaria. So that's the picture of the previous one. And we produced a nice guide which is available online. Nice proceedings. So you might have it. And I mentioned promises. When we submitted, I found the UNESCO chair's website of UNESCO that they say in many instances the networks and chairs serve as think tanks and as bridge builders between academia, civil society, local communities, research and policy making. So that's official policy of UNESCO and what we promised in our proposal, and it was approved, so we should follow it. The chair will strengthen the existing networks of partners at regional level, and we don't target only Bulgaria, but we are thinking about Southeast Europe and Danube macro region. And will play the role of a center of excellence and innovation zone in the specified areas. So we defined our areas of priority. So the promise. And now we are in a phase to announce that we are working on this topic, on this goal. And now we are in a phase of establishing a center of excellence. Based on the capacity of university, but universities is small, we are looking for partners. And fortunately, we have a lot of partners. That's the way to make the things happen. So, and our target, main target, is to establish in Sofia associate partner institution, which is associate partner of European Institute of Innovation and Technology, ICT labs. There is such lab in Budapest. Why don't we have in Sofia? But we have to work on that. That's not easy. That needs investments, that needs vision, we need policy, support and funding, of course. That's important, but the funding is coming. That's operational progress, so that's easy. I say that in Bulgaria there is a deficit, main deficit is the deficit of vision. And, there are a lot of money and we give the money back because we cannot utilize it. So the main partners in our center, we work very closely with the Sofia municipality, the Sofia Development Association. We work closely with Munich. Munich is recognized as the ICT digital capital of Europe now. And there are two university excellence there, you know, LMU and Technical University, and we can enjoy a very fruitful cooperation with them. And also we invited the industries, ICT cluster and cluster innovation and culture, which was established as a follow-up of EP7 project. So, and many international partners. We have more, but the time was, I could say more than 200, but I stopped at 50. So that, and we are open for cooperation. That's very important. So feel free to communicate, and we'll find a way to cooperate. So main areas where we are targeting, which area we are targeting. We target internet technologies and innovation. Internet technologies go together with innovation. And of course, library sciences and cultural heritage, but in the context of new technologies. And we are targeting future internet and web. Yesterday we talked about the web science. A new science emerges. In fact, this new science is driven by Tim Berners-Lee and MIT. They have a joint lab in Southampton. I refer to them both because that's in, and we had some cooperation with Southampton as well. So that's really something, and the expected impact is tremendous, and especially for Bulgaria, I think this is a good chance to take up. And the value of stake is of Internet of everything is calculated about more than 10 billion US dollars, and only for Sophie is about 0.8 billion. So I'll try to prove that. What's the specific areas? Future internet and web. We are targeting smart cities and communities area. That's hot topic, smart cities. We live, and also smart X. I mean, everything gets smart, and the technology go across. And where is the role of the department? All these areas need education. We cannot avoid education and research. So we are targeting all these areas and try to play, I'll say, a horizontal role to drive this momentum. And we are also targeting open innovation and web entrepreneurship. That's why we need support from industry and this, I would say, emerging new culture, entrepreneurial culture in Bulgaria and in Sofia especially. I'm very happy, but smart cities, they need smart people. That is very important, and we cannot do this without them. And well, academics like definitions, otherwise the things go wrong. The smart cities, when investments in human and social capital and traditional, let's say traditional and modern communication infrastructure fuel sustainable economic growth and a high quality of life with a wise management of natural resources through participatory governance. That means citizens, they should be very much involved. And well, I gave definitions. That's IBM, the Smarter City IBM. They cover all the areas. I found that they put people, of course, but I found that the culture is not there. Smart culture, but smart culture is very important. Any big company has strategy about smart cities, smart technologies, etc. And that's so European Union, the European Innovation Partnership. Unfortunately, Bulgaria is not in. I hope we'll join it, but the things happen in the West, and we complain, but we don't have. We should take the initiative and join. And they offer. So the European Innovation Partnership for Smart Cities and Communities. Internet, future internet. Governments cannot manage to do this alone, so they need support. Big companies are involved. And we are not in, again, with this initiative at European level. Another one, future internet research and experimentation. You should have in mind that the research changed. The research doesn't happen in the labs of the universities and Academy of Sciences. It goes to the cities. It goes to the natural places. I'll show you some examples. For instance, there is under this program there is a Smart Santander in Spain. The whole city is an experimental lab for future internet innovation, and that's really something which we should follow and have in mind. That's good practice. There are many good practices. Another initiative at European level which we don't participate, I hope, participate in, that Europe is trying to recover its competitive advantages, complement based. You cannot make smart things with Chinese complements. I mean, you can, but you're not competitive. So that's also behind these initiatives a lot of investments, a lot of funding comes from Europe, and we don't utilize it. Bulgaria was the only country which was not involved in any joint undertaking so far. We're staying aside. A European Institute of Innovation and Technology. Barroso went to MIT and decided, well, we'll have European MIT. Well, okay, it's available now, but we are not in. We are not in. And we would like to be in. And to warn the politicians that to spend in a smart way the money coming from the... And that's our chance, I would say. Another issue, these pages are dedicated to politicians, but they rarely go there. How to design the smart specialization strategy, how to use, you see, smart cities is there, all the technologies are there. So, the concept of Cisco of smart everything, Internet of everything, impact. The global impact is estimated to more than 14 trillion US dollars. And I have some statistics for Bulgaria. You see the impact in the public sector is expected to 2.8 billion. And you see, connected learning is one of the factors. The biggest effect is expected in mobile collaboration, what Gerald talked about. That's a huge effect, economic. And also, well, I'll skip this, but that's for the private sector. I'm sorry for this, but there the effect is nearly 8 billion US dollars for Bulgaria. And you can find so we are now trying to build a real knowledge triangle. Well, this is a buzzword, but we are trying to work on that, and the new center will be based on this concept. We are targeting mostly industrial research in collaboration with the partners from the industry at Munich, and we lost the Industrial Research Institute. See, all the so I think we need this, and we would like to use that's a model coming from European Commission, but very. I mean, I'm not sure whether it's in minds of our politicians. We can use in a smart way the structural funds to prepare our researchers for excellent science and then to utilize the outcomes. And we have the resources, but don't use it properly. That should be implemented into the new operational programs. And the model we are applying is so-called QED'2014. spiral model, because we think that triple helix is very known model. That's academia, that's public administration and industry. We add citizens and we add sustainable development, because the resources should be used in an effective way. And now some examples. I'll skip. We did. That's not just theory. We are working on that areas. We did a master course global. We participate in School on the Cloud. Professor Shorkov is coordinating this project. We participated in a smart culture project. We participate in future education and training in computing. We participated in Elliot, applying Internet of Things. We developed a smart telemedicine application which works, but very few people use it. And thank you for your attention.
Stay for questions. Stay for questions. Thank you, Roumen, for this interesting presentation. Questions, comments, admirations, etc.
In English or Bulgarian?
Both.
Alexander Angelovso. Smart cities need smart citizens.
Yeah.
What does smart citizen need? Does he need a smart city? Does a smart citizen need a smart city? No.
Yeah, but I think the smart cities should build a smart citizens should build a smart city.
Какой не ответ на вопрос? Who comes first?
No, smart citizens comes first, because otherwise smart city would not exist at all. I mean, that's the second. And we should be very smart to utilize the opportunities, to use the structural funds, to use the industry funding, etc. Yeah.
So, if you allow me, Roumen, first of all, greetings for the nice event, and if I can make this comment about the smart cities, maybe this will be the mix of the virtual augmented reality and the computational facilities that will put things like the artificial intelligence from the movies in reality. This means we will have robots, and they are coming by means of drones, not here currently, but in the United States it's coming. So
yeah. Here there are a lot of drones and drone developments here.
Drones development, but not in the in our cities still.
No,
Amazon is planning some.
There are at least 5 teams I know. There was a TV presentation show presenting the teams working on drones, and they experimented transport of pizza. In Bulgaria. So
Really?
yes, yeah.
This means that we are really
No, we are not behind the development.
The technologies. Okay, thank you.
Mariana.
Thank you, Roumen. My question is very concrete. You are thinking of establishing a center of excellence. Have you thought of how this center is supposed to drive innovation, and what would be the conditions you would need for this to happen, to drive innovation in education, among others? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, we try to promote the spirit of innovation, and also they provide ecosystem for innovation. Bulgaria is probably the only one country which doesn't have a technopark so far. Cuba has, Nigeria has, Bulgaria still doesn't have. And that's a problem, the ecosystem which will support the innovation. So I hope the things will change.
Maybe I'll permit myself the last question. If you had this chair, UNESCO chair, 30 years ago, what would you make differently? Because you were maybe the first person who contributed to introducing computers in the primary school in a natural way. So would you do something differently?
Of course, the conditions are different, but in fact, we had the UNESCO chair. The research group on education was a kind of UNESCO chair, and it was an exciting time to have experiment in 27 schools and writing books, text. We do. That was really exciting time, and I think it was quite advanced for this time, but the time came. I mean, it's the time to realize the main idea of research group of education now.
Thank you and congratulations for everything you have done.
Thank you very much.
Take your chance to talk more to Roumen in not the coffee break, but in the lunch break.